In the premiere of Chrisley Knows Best, Todd and Julie Chrisley argue about his lies. In the Chrisley Knows Best reality series premiere on Monday night, Todd and Julie Chrisley were at odds. The turmoil, however, was unrelated to the couple's subsequent prison sentence. For the third time in the past year, the spouses in the USA program are getting ready to move into a new house. In a side interview, Julie says, "Being married to Todd means you're never going to call a place home for very long." Her spouse counters, "But it keeps you young, right?" "No, it only makes me more anxious and tense. And the fact that this new home was turnkey was the only factor in my decision to move in." As Todd shows discomfort, Julie says, "I'm simply eager to get settled, unpack, and finish." Unfortunately, Julie is in for a harsh shock when Todd reveals that he has practically torn out the basement walls and stripped the house down to the studs, gutting the entire property. Todd's wife is astonished when he shows her the unfinished project, and she queries, "You gutted it, Todd? Whatever became of sprucing things up?" "Whoa, what just happened?" Todd says, "Julie, listen, it's like if you go have your eyes done, then you realize you need to have your neck done, and then you need to have an upper lift and a lower lift," comparing the procedure to plastic surgery. Julie's main complaint is that her husband misled to her, having earlier claimed he was only making minor repairs to the house. "Why did you tell me a lie?" Julie queries. Todd responds, "Okay, let's find a question that's a little simpler." Chase and Savannah, the couple's children, are compelled to act as mediators once their parents cease speaking to one another. "My mother hasn't been this upset in a while. My dad has already completed it, so says Chase." Todd says he doesn't understand why his wife is getting so pissed off when Julie eventually agrees to speak with him, adding that the changes he's making are for our family. "I've had enough of it. I've had it. We seem to be in a period of life where deciding where to settle is necessary," Julie opined. "Before Grayson leaves for college, I want him to feel comfortable during his final years at home." Age 9 is Chloe. She prefers consistency rather than buying a house, renovating it, moving into it, and then selling it. "That's not it. I'm just sick of hearing that. Not to mention, Todd, you lied to me." In the final moments of the show, Todd tells his wife that he loves her and doesn't want them to argue. "I cherish you. However, I don't like you right now," Julie opined. Despite the visible conflict in the Chrisley household, the episode makes no mention of the couple's current legal issues. After being found guilty in June of federal tax evasion charges, Todd, 53, received a sentence in November of 12 years in prison and 16 months of probation, while Julie, 50, received a sentence of 7 years in prison and 16 months of probation. Julie turned herself into the Federal Medical Center Lexington in Lexington, Kentucky, while Todd went to the Federal Correctional Institution Pensacola in Florida last month. Since being found guilty, Todd and Julie have been outspoken about wanting to appeal and maintaining their trust in God. The couple promised their listeners they would return soon in the last Chrisley Confessions podcast episode before they were required to report to prison.